So, Wuthering Wave. This game is known for its good graphics. It could even rival some of the AAA games out there. For a gacha game, that is impressive. This game is also known for its good combat, very cinematic story, and recently they did a collab with Cyberpunk, which is another cinema. A lot of people are praising the game for it, and a bunch of other QOL that honestly make this game just amazing to play. But I've seen a lot of my friends quit the game despite all the good stuff I just mentioned about the game, and I've seen a lot of comments in all my video almost every day saying they're quitting the game because they can't play the game anymore. Why is that? Why are people quitting even though there's just so many good things about this game? Optimization. This game is infamous for being very unoptimized. A lot of people cannot play this game on their device due to its very demanding game engine, Unreal Engine 4. Like, I feel like there's no problem itself with Unreal Engine 4. There are games that are made using UE4 that looks absolutely amazing and runs smoothly as well, but most of the time, a game that is made with UE4, it's always going to run into some optimization issue. It's the reason why people kind of like very skeptical with Unreal Engine 4. There's barely any people making a video about this, like any Wuthering Wave content creator. I barely see anyone talk about it. And then as soon as someone talk about it, the comments are going to attack them saying like, oh, just buy a new PC. It's basically the same argument like if you're homeless, just buy a house. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to make a benchmark on Wuthering Wave. I'm going to compare this game with another AAA game. I'm going to showcase three NVIDIA GPUs here, starting from the GTX 16 series, RTX 30 series, and RTX 40 series. I'm going to compare this game performance in all three of these graphics. I'm actually planning to include more GPU, actually up to 50 series, but I couldn't find anyone to help me with that, so I can only make the benchmark on 30 series and 40 series. Shout out to two of my friends, Wavy and Loka, for helping me with this video. Thanks to them, I'm able to do this video. So before we start the video, disclaimer, some of you guys might have a different component to your PC, different CPU, different RAM amount, so the result is not going to be 100% accurate. This video is just to spread awareness on the situation in this game right now. Honestly, this problem has been in this game since the release of Wuthering Wave, and I'm talking about it because I genuinely love this game. If I didn't care about this game, I wouldn't even be talking about it or making this video. This is out of a huge love for this game, and hopefully Kuro will like fix this as soon as possible. All right, I'm gonna start with GTX 1650. I'm gonna show you guys my device info. This is what we're working with here. AMD Ryzen 5 GTX 1650. I'm playing this game in DX11 because the performance will be even worse on DX12. 24GB of DDR4 RAM and 4GB of VRAM. I'm gonna show you guys the graphics I'm running here. Everything is on low. Set everything to low. Disable almost every settings here. I enable FSR for more performance here. Idling around, I cannot even reach 60 FPS. And when I on the bike, you can see the FPS dropping to 20, 30. Just by idling, it barely reached 50. I'm just idling here. I'm not doing anything. Then I'm gonna drive around for a bit. You can already see the stutter. 18 FPS there, y'all can see it. 27, 26. Barely reaching 30, by the way. This is on the lowest of lowest graphics. I crank it all the way down. It's still impossible to reach at least 50 FPS. At least 50 FPS. Now, some of you guys are probably going to say, oh, the reason why it's like that because it's an old card. I'm gonna prove you guys wrong in a moment. So I'm gonna prove it's not the card's fault. It's more like the game optimization. 23 FPS, 21, 18. You can't even load the trees. I have to like wait for a bit here. Look at this. I have to wait for a bit. Hold up. Look at that. I have to wait a minute for everything to load. Look at the FPS. 17, 18, 20. My god, this is barely playable. If it's like 30 FPS to 40, I mean, I don't mind that, but my average FPS, especially this new area Mongzhou, is 30 FPS to 20 to 10 to 18. I'm gonna show you guys something. So I'm just gonna idle here and then look at the sky. I'm not doing anything, just look at the sky. Wait for a second, I'm gonna go here. Look at this. I'm idling, doing nothing. Look at the FPS. It still cannot reach 60 even when I'm idling. It barely reached 60 FPS. That's insane. Now with the same setup, I'm gonna play Cyberpunk. Same settings as Wuthering Wave. Everything on low. This card is not meant to play Cyberpunk. By the way, Cyberpunk needs at least 6GB of VRAM to run it properly. So I'm gonna show you guys here. So this is everything on low. Look at my FPS. 60, 61, 50. This is in a very highly populated area, by the way. This is in Night City right here. How can I run this game better than Wuthering Wave? It's insane to me. So I'm going to show you guys my settings here. This is my settings. 1080p. Everything is on low, just like Wuthering Wave. I enabled FSR as well for extra performance here. Despite this card is not even reaching the minimum requirement to run this game, it can still reach 50 to 60 FPS, sometimes 70 on a less populated area. This is in the main city right here. It is consistently keeping 50 to 60 FPS. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? That's a bug. The car just faced through the wall. I'm gonna get out of the car real quick. This is my FPS when I'm on foot. 68, 71, 70. Yeah, 70 to 60 FPS consistently by just walking around in the city. Honestly, it's insane to me. I'm on the lowest graphic in Wuthering Wave and I cannot even reach 60 FPS. The thing is, Wuthering Wave, it's a gacha game and most of the player base is on mobile. If we are struggling on PC, you cannot imagine how mobile players play the game. I cannot imagine how mobile players play their game. It's gonna be even worse than this. Okay, so if that still doesn't convince you that this game is very unoptimized, let's move on to a more stronger GPU, the 30 series, specifically RTX 3080. So this computer is equipped with AMD Ryzen 7. The graphics card is RTX 3080. We're running this game on DX11. 32GB of DDR4 RAM, 10GB of VRAM. A lot of you guys probably think, wow, that card shouldn't have any problem running this game on high graphics, right? It's a very strong card. Ryzen 7, RTX 3080, you know, 10GB of VRAM. I got news for you guys. It's wrong. This is the graphics here. This is on balanced performance right here. This is RTX 3080, by the way, keep that in mind. Alright, driving around in the bamboo forest. This is performance graphics right here. 45 FPS, 47. Or 39. Imagine your dream PC is buying RTX 3080 thinking, oh, I should be able to run Wuthering Wave perfectly fine with that card. Oh man, I got news for you guys, man. I'm so sorry. Keep in mind, RTX 3080, despite release years ago, it is still very expensive and a very powerful card. This card can run any other major title with no problem, except Wuthering Wave. So, driving around this area, 60 FPS, 69, 55, you can see the stutter. It's terrible. It barely keeping 60 FPS, barely. Keep dropping to 40, 50. $49 there. You guys can see the performance just drop. Right, I'm gonna drive here. Look, I'm gonna go to the spot, the waterfall area. Let's see here, 50 FPS, 48. Look at our FPS just dropping. 46, 38. 34, 39. That's just insane. I mean, for a low-end card, you know, it's all right. But this is, we're talking about 3080 here. 3080 shouldn't have this performance problem, especially in just a gacha game like this. This GPU is built to run modern games. I'm gonna show you guys this same computer in Cyberpunk again on ultra settings. All right, let's move on to Cyberpunk here. As you guys can see, everything is on high here. This is on 2K as well, 1440p. Everything is on high. Look at the performance. 80 FPS, 75, 76, 60. it can keep a consistent 60 FPS, 70 FPS despite everything turned on to high. Meanwhile, in Wuthering Wave earlier, everything is on balance and low. It cannot even keep a consistent 60 FPS. We're talking about RTX 3080 on low and still cannot run the game smoothly. What the hell? This is the same card, by the way, same card, same computer. Look at this. 80. Yeah. I have no words. I have no words. 70 FPS, you know. This all on high graphics, by the way. Everything is on high. I'm just baffled. Now, if this still doesn't convince you, let's move on to the next GPU, RTX 4060. This is what we're gonna be working with. 13th Gen Intel Core i5 RTX 4060. This is a laptop version, a DX12, 32 GB of DDR5. You know how expensive DDR5 nowadays. This is 32 GB of DDR5, 8 GB of VRAM. So this is what we're gonna be working with here. This time, instead of low graphics, I'm gonna crank it to high. Everything is on high here. Yeah, look at the FPS dropping to 53, 56, 52. Bruh. Yeah, look at the stutter there. What the hell was that? The difference between this card, despite the VRAM is lower than 3080, it have a better DLSS technology than 3080. But still, even with that, we're still struggling to reach 60 FPS. You could have just put it on low graphics. I'll show you guys later on why I'm doing this. Yeah, 39 FPS, 40. Dude. 53, 51. I mean, this game looks absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the optimization is absolutely suck ass. All right, look at the FPS here. 43, dropping to 43, almost 30. Look at the stutter. What the hell? What the hell? Oh god. Right, I'm gonna go back. This is without RTX shadows on. Now I'm gonna enable shadows. And not to mention, this game have an insane memory leak problem. So I'm gonna turn RTX shadows here. Yeah. So look at this. 49 FPS, 45, 44, 42. It's not even 60 FPS. And here comes the stutter again. What the hell? Jesus, you're buying an expensive card, expensive RAM, expecting for you to run this game properly without no problem. This goddamn stutter. Well, good luck. I'm sorry to tell you, but that is not happening. Alright, next let's test another AAA game, Red Dead Redemption 2. Everything is on high. Max graphics on Wuthering Wave versus max graphic in Red Dead Redemption. Spoiler alert, it's night and day. Let me just show you. Alright, this is the graphics right here. Everything is on high. This is 2K as well. Everything is high. RTX on, shadows on. Alright, subs from the future here. I made a mistake on this part. Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't support RTX. But still, this game is more graphically demanding than Wuthering Wave, even without RTX. Not to mention, this is all on ultra and high graphics. 80 FPS in a highly populated area, the city here. $70, $80, the performance is night and day. If you're blaming the card, oh, it's RTX 4060, it's not a very strong card. No, you're wrong. It's the game's fault. This is the same card that can run everything on high on Red Dead Redemption without dropping, without even flinching. Look at the FPS. Everything is on 2K. It's keeping a consistent 70 to 80 FPS. It's insane. It's a night and day difference. And before you say Wuthering Wave is more demanding, dude, no, we're talking about our Red Dead Redemption here. All right, I'm gonna go to an area with a lot of vegetation. This area have a lot of trees, grass. Look at that. It is keeping a consistent 60s to 70 FPS. Compare that to Mangzhou in Wuthering Wave. I can't even reach 50 FPS if I'm driving around with the motorbike. It's insane to me. Genuinely insane. This game is more demanding than Wuthering Wave, by the way. I think the only reason why Wuthering Wave is demanding is because of the goddamn Unreal Engine 4. UE4 is not really built for an open world games like Wuthering Wave. I get what Kuro is doing. It's very ambitious. It's very bold. I get their vision and I respect it, but it is really affecting a lot of players. This is not really a hate message towards Wuthering Wave. This is more like me spreading awareness to hopefully Kuro will like see this and, you know, fix the game, you know what I'm saying? But I know that's not gonna happen because I'm just a small content creator and I bet this video is not going to reach like 10k views or something, probably like 2k. But I just wanna send a message out there so, you know, because I love this game. You know, I love this game. I want this game's legacy to be one of the best gacha game out there, not one of the worst optimization in a gacha game. I do not want this game's legacy to be like that. I hate seeing my favorite games go like this, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you need at least 40, 70 and above just to run this game properly is insane to me. Top-notch computer just to run this game properly without any issue. Not everyone can afford the latest RTX 4090 or the latest RTX 50 series, and for mobile player, not everyone can buy the latest iPhones, the latest Samsung, the latest ROG phones, whatever gaming phone out there, just to play this game properly. So I just hope that Kuro Games fix this optimization issue as soon as possible because it is affecting a lot of players, average players. This is something that we should not defend. I know there's gonna be a shill out there that's just gonna say, oh, why don't you just play in low graphics or just buy a new PC then? I've seen so many of those arguments out there, or just, oh, my PC runs fine. It sounds like a skill issue. They just refuse to acknowledge the real problem here. So I just want to ask you guys, for once, let's just agree that this is a real issue in the game. If you continue to defend this, it's going to affect this game more in the long term. You can't just expect us to buy RTX 4090 or RTX 5070 Ti or something just to run this game, especially in this day and age where everything is just super expensive. So just think about it for a second, okay, before you start attacking me in the comments or anything like that. So yeah, just think about it for a second. Anyways, that's all I can do for this video. If you guys like my content, don't forget to leave a like or sub. That will be much appreciated. And as always, thank you for watching till the end, and I see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.